Here we go. So I selected a forest green. Actually, Picasso selected the forest green color for this door. Part of the challenge was to select a stain that would have the pine stiles and the oak rails and lattice reflect the same grain pattern or color. So it worked out in terms of being able to have a same uniform color look with only a little slight variation from the pine to the oak. Okay, so here's my screen door ready to go. It's got our stain on it. It's kind of a forest green, and we're about ready to install it. Alright, so now I'm going to drill holes in the screen door to prepare to attach it to the back of the screen door. One of the things I did was I evaluated building the screen door myself. This is DIY, of course, and realized that I would spend as much on materials as it cost me to just buy the screen outright. So that's what I did. I'll let the professionals do it, and so now I'm going to drill the holes. Now, drilling the holes in the screen is very sensitive because the aluminum on the screen can be bent quite easily. So I used a 3/16 inch drill bit to drill the hole in the aluminum screen frame because the threads on this are just a smidgen larger, and it will just barely grasp the frame as it goes in. I don't necessarily want to grab the frame because it'll bend if you tighten it too much. Then I took a 1/8 inch drill bit and put my tape on it for depth control so that I would only go in a maximum of 3/4, and that would be the depth of my screw. And then that way I would make sure I wouldn't drill the hole too far. So the inside portion of the screw is about 1/8, and so I have enough threads to be able to hold onto the wood to keep the frame flush to the door. So to make sure all this would fit, I used my 1/4 inch oak lattice as my substitute for my aluminum door. I drilled the 3/16 hole into here, and then I drilled the depth on this pine piece to the right depth here. Let's try that. You can see right up to the wood, right up to the tape, and then I screwed it in to make sure it had the right depth control, and it worked out perfect. So now we have all that. Let's get it assembled. To begin with, we taped off the distances with tape on all holes to be drilled, and we marked the center reference point for the exact location of the hole to be drilled. We clamped it on one side, drilled the holes, unclamped it, flipped it around, and drilled the holes on the other side. After the sides, we did the same thing with each end. Every time we did this, we had a piece of scrap lumber underneath it so we didn't mark up the screen door. So after we drilled the holes in the frame, we laid the frame down on the door and pre-drill the holes in the wood part of the door. Center of the hole. Go down the 1/2 inch to the tape mark. Do that remaining holes and we're done. So here's our finished project, the screen door. Looks great. We enjoyed it. Works fabulous. The back side where we screwed on the screen. Now we can enjoy the cool fall weather.